Listen up, fellas. The male population is drastically falling behind in society. We are falling behind in education. We're falling behind in dating. We're falling behind in the fucking financial world. And as a result, it's affecting our society. More men are unaliving themselves than ever before in history. More men aren't dating or having sex at its highest in history. And quite frankly, it's very alarming. It hurts. It sucks. It's affecting us as men. It's affecting the women. And so I want to give you guys a few tips on how to regain your masculinity, how to regain your trust in yourself, how to get financially stable, because these things are important for your success in this world, for you to move to the next level and feel fulfilled in your life. And there's so much media and propaganda around why men aren't X, Y, and Z, but nobody's teaching us what to do. Everybody is shaming us for being broke. Everybody is shaming us for not having emotional capacity and intelligence. And nobody's actually educating or teaching men. And so that's what I want to do. Coming in at number one, and I know this is going to sound superficial, but the reality is, unfortunately, we live in a capitalistic society. You need to figure out a way to secure some type of money. You do not have to be the richest person on the planet. You need to have the competence and intellect and skills to signal resources. And we say women only want us for our money. And sure, that may be the case in some instances. But the reality is women are attracted to men who are able to signal resources. You have the ability and capacity to go and get money, food, shelter. You have that capacity to do so and a high level of it. The second thing you need to focus on is your health. If you want to attract women and signal resources, your body, this is your billboard. Again, I know this sounds very superficial, but women are attracted to men who have a muscular build, who's able to protect. You take up space in a room. And there's a lot of shit in this world that we can't control. But you can control fucking going to the gym 4 or 5 days a week. That's on you, bro. That's on you. The third thing, we don't talk about this enough. Emotional maturity, emotional intelligence. That is currency in today's dating world. You might not have all of the money in the world, and that's okay, because women are now at a place where they figured out how to succeed financially. And so next on their list for attractiveness is a man that has the emotional intelligence and capacity. That is currency in today's dating world. The best way to develop emotional intelligence, start fucking reading. Start understanding and processing words and apply it to your life and your feelings. Learn to be vulnerable. Learn to be truthful. Take time to understand and process your emotions. A lot of times, us men, we don't want to sit alone, and so we run off to drink and hang out with our boys instead of processing our emotions. And another level of emotional intelligence is, one, being able to process and understand how you feel. But now you have to also learn to give that person, your partner, the same space and capacity to express how they feel and not take it personal. Women are so desperate for a man that has the emotional intelligence. And the reason that a lot of us don't have it is because we've always been shamed for being emotional and vulnerable. But screw that. It's on you now. We can't keep using that as an excuse. It's on you to tap into your own emotions and learn to be emotionally intelligent. Number 4, I say this shit all of the time. Start dating women who like you not the women that you like. Because the women that you like, they will send you on all types of high-speed chases and give you runarounds for their attention. But the women that like you, they will understand and accept where you are in your life. They will be there to help you and elevate you to the next level, wherever you are on your journey. Now, don't get this confused. It is not her job to rescue you from poverty. As a man, that's your fucking job. You do that. But find you a woman that is comfortable with being on your side, your support system in that process. That is pivotal for your success in your 20s and your 30s. Oftentimes, we go and we chase the women that are out of our league, the women that's going to cost us time and money. Two things that you really don't have in your 20s and 30s, because you should be using that time to build your financial stability and your emotional intelligence. Lastly on this list, hone in on your mission and your masculinity. The unaliving rate for young men is astronomical. The two words that they used most often was useless and worthless. Usually, those are tied to money, not having money, not feeling worthy. People, society making you feel not worthy because you don't have money or you don't have status. Let me tell you what would make you feel worthy. Mission, fulfilling your duties to society, lifting a load in society. That's what will make you feel fulfilled. The goal should not be happiness. The goal should be fulfillment. Fulfillment is leaving your mark, your debt in this world. That's lifting a load. Because if you're not lifting a load, guess what you're doing? You are a load. Somebody else is carrying your load. That's when you start to peek into your femininity or your weakness. As men, it is our moral obligation and our obligation to God to lift a load in this society, to leave this world better than we found it. Listen, man, I get so much fulfillment from my work. I love seeing young men come to me and say, man, ever since I started watching your videos, my dating and financial situation has improved drastically. That's currency to me. There's nothing greater than that. That is fulfillment to me. So even if I don't have a shit ton of money or a partner, I am fulfilled in other areas of my life. I am fulfilled in my mission. I am also stern and strong in my masculinity, because my masculinity is not dependent on society. My masculinity comes from within. My masculinity comes from being a man and doing what I'm supposed to do for myself and for God. That's it. My masculinity comes from being a gentleman, being kind, not because I want something in return, but because I feel it in my soul and my heart to do so. And lastly, as a gentle reminder, if for any reason you feel yourself getting further away from God, from your mission, remember that it's not God who's moving. It's you. It's you, bro. So those are the 5 pillars, the 5 things that I will hone in on in my fucking 20s and 30s if I want to feel fulfilled in life. If I want to signal resources, if I want to attract women. Because it's so fucking sad to see so many young men dying, for lack of better word, because they never hear words of encouragement. The media is always bashing us. Women is always bashing us. Men are always bashing us. And then they wonder why we shut ourselves out from the world and we never open up. And now there's a generation of women complaining about the lack of men and the lack of X, Y, and Z. And so if you care so much about the well-being of men, let's help each other. Let's teach each other. Drop something in the comments that would help the next person, the next man. We all we got. You see that society is against us. We all we got. Let's go, man. Love, peace.